Hey up everybody, how you doing? Hope everyone is well. I am the long-haired Yeti and this is the real deal. I always do the real deal on a Friday. So I am going to continue to do that. I still my head in my hair, keep fucking sitting out there. Get back there, man, where you belong. Honestly, this hair at times just drives me absolutely mad. I did the Paint the Tube Red stream earlier with Tony Claude. The mic wasn't great, to be fair, but it is what it is. I was okay with it. It just had to absolutely be the way it was, and that's it. There's nothing. I mean, I got him to leave the stream, then come back in, and it just didn't change. So, at the end of the day, I love chatting to Tony Claude. He's my bro, and I have nothing but respect for Tony Claude. And I wanted to create that show not because it was like to do with like Forest Arsenal, basically because it was to do with like I just wanted to do a show with Tony Claude because at the end of the day, when I first started, as much as some other people as well, he was I was on his watch-alongs and things like that, so it was always something I wanted to do, a show with Tony Claude, and I enjoy it, and I enjoy it a lot. I do really enjoy it a lot. We have a real good chemistry together, and it's just fun. It's just really fun. Talking about different things and like what's going to happen at the weekend and all that kind of stuff. He's just a good laugh. He is really a good laugh with Tony Claude. I like to give him a little bit of a dig every now and then, and he likes to give me a little bit of a dig every now and then when he was talking about like the Forest games and things like that. And I'll give him a little bit of a dig when I'm talking about the Arsenal games. I mean, at the end of the day, we're not really on the same plane at the minute, are we? Arsenal and Forest are not on the same plane, but it's just fun, and it's just like we can sort of chat about anything, and I just enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. Having a beer and just getting on with things. It's just fun, and that's what it's all about. That's all it was ever supposed to be about. Right now, the real deal. The real deal. Well, we've got some UFC coming up this weekend, I believe. I think it's this weekend. Sure, it's this weekend. Let me just check. Sure, it's this weekend. We've got another UFC coming this weekend, so that's good. That's always good. Is it the what is it? Is it 320? Is it 323 this weekend? I don't know. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, so I mean, we've got some like really, really good fights as well. There's one or two fighters there that I really, really want to see fighting again. They're just really good fighters, and they entertain me. I mean, you've got Jan Blachowicz against Bogdan Guskov. Not really that thingy on that one, to be honest. Emery Cejudo and Peyton Talbot. Now that one I do like Peyton Talbot. I must admit. Brandon Moreno and Tatsuri Sierra. Don't know that guy, but Brandon Moreno I do like. Pantoja and Joshua Van. That should be a good one. That should be a really good one. And then the Bashvili, who I'm not a big fan of, to be honest, but he's going against Petrovan, Piotr Yan, is it, or something? So yeah, there is some really, really good fights. Chris Duncan, I quite like him as well. He's going against Terence McKinney. And what's the other ones? The other one, I don't really know off of them, to be honest. As soon as I actually watching the fights, then I'm like, oh yeah, you're that guy who's on this, or you're that guy who's on that, and that's where I really enjoy him. Vittori against Ferreira. Vittori, I know. Barbosa against Jalen Turner. That should be an interesting one as well. don't. I mean, I've probably watched half of these fighters, but I just don't remember them when I just look at the names. I've no idea who most of them are, to be quite honest. But I am a big UFC fan. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to them, and we'll see how those fights go on. Hopefully, they will be good fights because it has been a while now since I've seen some decent fights. Although we have seen some good ones this year. There's been some absolute cracking fights this year. Really good fights. So I'm more than up for that. Now, obviously, you got football where Everton play Forest, and we've got to get a win out of it. Got to get a win. Not going to be easy though. I predicted a draw. I mean, Everton look like they're getting themselves sorted out now, and they're not an easy team to beat either. So I mean, and Everton's always been my second team anyway. But obviously, the team I'll be backing is Forest all the time. No doubt about that whatsoever. If anybody has any doubts on that, then I don't know where you've been for the last amount of time that I've been streaming, because Forest are my team, and that's it, and that's all it's about. You know, I didn't just buy those shirts just for the winter dressing. That is actually my team. Aston Villa Arsenal. I think that's going to be a really good game. That's going to be a really interesting game. The way it sets up and everything like that. I think Aston Villa are onto something at the moment, and obviously Arsenal are top of the league. I mean, and the pressure is on every single game. But as I always say, it's in Arsenal. It's in Arsenal's hands. It really is in Arsenal's hands. It's down to them what they do. So they've got to come on and they've got to bring it. So also Friday night at Freddy's 2 has come out. I've seen a review on it. I can't say I'm not bothered about watching it, to be honest. I'm not really that keen on the game. First film I thought was shit. I mean, look, I'm not being funny, but I'm just not interested in this thing where, to me, it's just really cheap horror where you're sort of like, you go to the screen and then you go to this screen and you watch this screen and there's something coming on that screen, and then you walk to the door and the thing's already there, and then the thing just pops up to jump scare you. It's never been interested in that kind of thing. Not horror for me. I'm not interested in that kind of shit. Don't like jump scares or anything like that. Just not interested. I mean, in a game, yes, but not in that respect. If something's chasing you, then fair enough. You're trying to get away from the thing that's actually chasing you. But other than that, I've just never been interested in that kind of horror, where you're just walking down a corridor, then all of a sudden the face just pops up on the screen. Not interested in it. Doesn't interest me at all. So I don't think I'll be bothering with that. Avatar Fire and Water, I think that's quite close. That's coming out soon as well. Probably, I'll probably give that one a look. To be honest, I'll probably do like an honest thoughts and opinions on that one when I watched it. But again, it's not like a go-to thing for me, Avatar. The last one was all right. It was decent, a lot of good effects and things like that. But other than that, there wasn't really anything that grabbed you or anything like that. So I'm not 100% bothered about that. Other than that, I don't think there's a lot of movies coming out, to be honest. I mean, I'm watching It Welcome to Derry at the minute, which is really good. Every episode has offered something else towards the history and all that kind of thing of the it creature, of the it demon, or whatever you want to call it. You know, so I mean, I'm heavily interested in that. and I'll definitely be watching that. And I watched the last one, and I'll probably watch the next one, and then probably do an honest thoughts and opinions on the 2 episodes like I did last time. That's kind of the plan anyway. That's kind of what I'm planning to do, and when we'll see how that one goes as well. But other than that, there's not a lot. I mean, we're heading towards Christmas. I've got all that sorted out. I've got all the gifts and everything like that bought. Hopefully you have as well. That's the point that does my head in about Christmas. It's like knowing what everybody wants. Because if you don't see everybody all the time, how are you going to know what they want? I'm quite an easy person to buy for, to be honest. I have certain things that I'm interested in, certain things I'm not. So I'm quite an easy person to buy for. My dad is as well, because he likes his tools and gadgets and all that kind of thing. The rest of them you have to ask, because you don't want to just be wasting money. I mean, I've been on Temu. I mean, Temu is just brilliant. I mean, look, I ain't get sponsored by them, but some of their stuff is just absolutely awesome. I'm on the verge of like ordering another few as well. I've just got another 3 or 4, which are the ones I'm wearing now, but I ordered another 3 yesterday, which my mum's paying for my Christmas box, which are absolutely awesome. They actually, I mean, oh mate, you know what? Every time I look on here, I'm like, you know what? I'm like that guy off Little Britain. I'm like, I want that one. I want that one. And then they just all look so awesome, especially with these tribal stuff. Oh, look at that Predator one there as well. That looks absolutely awesome. That does. £8.70, guys. £8.70. I'm not sponsored by any of these things either. I just think this site is absolutely amazing. Look at this Predator one. I mean, that looks absolutely awesome. There's also like a Alien one, which I've got keyed in. I am going to get it at some point. That's the Alien one there, which I think looks absolute quality. So I think I'm going to get that. £11.20 for something like that. It's just insane. Absolutely insane, but you've got to spend like 25 quid now. That's like your minimum checkout, where it was like 15. But there is a lot on here that I'll be very interested in having a look at. I mean, look at that one. Look at that. That looks absolutely awesome. £9.11. This is an evil site. This is an evil site because there's so many good ones. Look at that one there. That looks absolutely awesome. That one I've kind of got a t-shirt of anyway, or whatever. That one looks, oh, look at that, man. That looks absolutely brilliant. £8.10. Got that one. I'd have that one, definitely. I'd have that one as well. I got a Joker one coming as well. That one looks cool as well. I've got this one. I don't know where it is. I've no idea where my Herbie one's gone. Can't seem to find that one at all. Wouldn't bother with that. I don't want nothing with no demons and shit on it or anything like that. Satans and all that crap. That one's nice. That one's nice. That might actually suit me. I don't know. Will it? What do you reckon? Do you reckon that'll suit me? Brawn panties. Think that'll suit me? Right, you got a dragon on there. That one looks pretty cool as well. Look at that. That looks awesome. And that one as well. Oh my days. Bro, I could spend so much money on these things. Honestly, just look at the images, man. They are absolutely phenomenal. Love the tribal stuff. Just love the tribal stuff. If I was ever going to have tattoos, it would be like the tribal stuff. I don't think I'll ever bother, though, to be honest. I'm not 100% on tattoos, for me, anyway, because I've had a lot of things that's gone wrong with what I've had. But some of these designs are absolutely insane. Look at that one there. Oh my days, £7.67. Take my money if I had it. These are just awesome. Santa Claus with the axe. Yeah, don't think I'll be bothered about that, to be honest. That one looks cool, though. That one looks very cool. That's very similar to the one I've already ordered, but it's a different colour. Again, you got the tribal there, or you got the warrior, samurai warrior there as well. Alien Queen. I don't know if my bro knows about these, but man, there's some great alien ones as well. They just look absolutely amazing, these two. Just such quality. The best thing about these hoodies as well, you can easily wear them in summer because they're not very thick at all. They're not very thick at all. I mean, look at this. I mean, look, you can easily wear that in summer. No problem. Not sure on these 3D ones. Not interested in them, to be honest. I mean, you got Pennywise there. I don't think I'd buy that, though. That don't really do it for me, to be honest. It just looks a little bit... Nah. Just a normal face would be fine, but just not like that. I don't think I'd bother with that. I'd have that one. Definitely, I'd have that one as well. And I would have that one as well. Man, I could spend so much money looking at these things. Panther I quite like as well. Just look at these images. I think that's the one I bought, actually. Yeah, I think that's what I've got. Yeah, I've definitely got that one coming. £10 and a penny. Absolutely awesome. Awesome. Bill Daniel Knights, how you doing, matey? You all right, mate? I'm just having a look through some of these. I shouldn't be looking through these things because they're so tempting to buy. A lot of these things are so tempting to buy. Who you got on the weekend, Daniel? We did talk about it earlier. You got Bournemouth, haven't you? I watched the World Cup draw today. They were absolutely waffles, lots. I just wanted them to get on with the draw. What do you think of the draw? Do you think it matters? Do you think it really matters? Because it's like, I have actually seen the draw, but do you think it really matters? Because I know what we do, so we'll probably scrape through that, and then we'll all of a sudden bottle it again like we always do. So it doesn't really bother me that much. I mean, you've got Group A, South Korea, Mexico, South Africa, Canada, Qatar, Switzerland, Brazil, Haiti, Morocco, Scotland, Australia, Paraguay, USA. Why they only got 3 in their groups? What's that all about? Curacao, Ecuador, Germany, Ivory Coast, Japan, Netherlands, Tunisia, Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, Spain, and Uruguay, France, Norway, and Senegal, Algeria, Argentina, Austria, and Jordan. Is the only 3 in there because there's teams that haven't finished their thing for qualification? Is that how that works? I don't know. Why certain ones got 4 teams in them and certain ones got 3? Don't get that. You got to beat the best in the world to win the World Cup. Of course you have. 100%. If you're going to be any good to win it, then you've got to beat the best. But obviously, people will look at it in a different way. That you got Panama. What was it? Panama, Croatia, and who was the other one? Can't remember. Ghana. Any of those teams could come up, and we've seen the World Cup so many times. Any one of those teams can all of a sudden bring something different. There's always a team that surprises everybody. There's always a team that surprises everyone. But why? Why is there certain groups just with 3 teams in it? What's that all about? I don't get that. Is there something to that? Is there other games that's got to be played before, or what? I don't understand why there's certain tables where they've only got 3 teams in. What's that about? What is that about? This is another top I bought the other day. This one's awesome. Look at that, man. Samurai on a tiger. Absolute class. I don't like the fact it's white, though, to be honest, because, I do like white shirts, but I tend to spill shit on my shirts and stuff, and you spill shit on these things and they're fucked. Why is there 48 teams in the World Cup and a round of 32 for? Yeah, I don't. What's that all about? What's that about? I ain't seen that before. I mean, let's have a look at the weekend games. I mean, Aston Villa against Arsenal. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on that? I think Aston Villa could do them. I think Aston Villa's on a bit of a turn at the minute. I think they could definitely do them. Especially with their defensive issues as well. I think they could definitely do them. I mean, our game against, our game against Everton, that's going to be a tough game, that is. No doubt about it, that's going to be a tough game. We're going to have to be well up for that. Well up for it. Same as you guys against Bournemouth. Did you watch the Leeds-Chelsea game? Because I thought Leeds played really, really well. 2-2 draws. I'm going for Arsenal and Aston Villa. That's it. Yeah, that's what Tony said. Tony said 2-2. Would that be enough, though? Would that be enough to get a 2-2 draw? Let's have a look on the table. I think it still keeps them top. Let's have a look. See what the table's saying. So if Arsenal get a draw, they'll be on 34 points. If Man City manage to beat Sunderland, they'll be on 31. So it would be enough, but I think they need to be winning every game now that they're at the top to keep it solidified, personally. Because, Man City's got Sunderland, and Sunderland ain't no joke. They are not no joke this season. I predicted a 1-1 draw for Chelsea and Bournemouth as well. Yeah, interesting. What did you think about the Leeds United against Chelsea? Did you watch the game? Did you think it was a fair result, or is there some points of you that thinks it wasn't? Just watching the highlights, I thought Leeds was fantastic at times. Absolutely fantastic. I don't know where that came from, but they obviously found the spaces and they made use of them. But they look really good, and they've got Liverpool this weekend, and I think they could possibly get something on them as well. I called out Enzo Maresca for his rotation too much. Yeah. You do need rotation and stuff like that. Did Esteban play, or did he not? What did you think about taking Esteban off in that Arsenal game? Anyway, I thought that was. I didn't get that. I thought he was looking quite dangerous, to be honest. I don't understand why they took him off. And they took him off for Garnacho, of all people. Esteban started. Is that in the Leeds game? I mean, how did it go? Because I didn't watch it, obviously, because I was watching the Forest Wolves game. So I didn't see it. I've only really seen the highlights. Only a few highlights I've seen as well. I mean, and obviously they're just the Leeds attacking and stuff like that. And I thought they attacked quite well and pulled you aside quite well as well. Pick up a yellow card. Esteban got a yellow. I don't know because I didn't see it. Right, I'll be back in a sec, guys. I need to pee. Yeah, so did Esteban pick up a yellow card then? Because I don't know. I didn't watch it. I was watching Forest Wolves, and oh my days, Wolves. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. How they got away with most of that is beyond me. Beyond me. Gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting watching them against Manchester United. They just constantly throw themselves to the floor, and I'm pretty sure that's not what Edwards wants. If you look at his Luton side, that's not what he wants. That was just insane. At least try, you know. All they did really was every time we touched them, they just went down, you know, and that just basically, like, the referee fell for every little fucking thing and then gives Milankovic a yellow card for touching someone on the shoulder. Ridiculous. Game's gone, guys. Game's gone. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable the way it works nowadays. Would not surprise me if Wolves beat Man United. Yeah, it wouldn't me either. And it shouldn't be that way, but it probably will be. I don't know what's going on with Man United, to be honest. I mean, that game yesterday with West Ham, you know, they got the goal. They was in control of it. And then West Ham managed to score and take the win away from them. It must be so frustrating for Amorim and the fans as well. But, you know, you can't live on your yesterdays. You know, it all matters about what you do today, doesn't it? Would not surprise if Wolves beat Manchester United. No, me neither, mate. Me neither. I think Man United were poor against West Ham. I thought they did it. I thought they did okay up to the point where they scored, and then it kind of just went to shit. I mean, and I tell you, the person I would be really angry at is Mbermo, because when he got through in the box and then he decided to take a dive instead, he was on for a left-footed shot there. Why the hell did he dive? Why the hell did he dive? He was in for a left forward shot there, right on goal. Why is he diving? That is just pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. You know, you're in the box, you've got a chance, and you take a dive instead. And it was no way going to get called that anyway. It was just absolutely ridiculous. Could not work that out at all. I watched it, didn't bother doing a watch along for it or anything like that. Did think about it, but just didn't bother. Because I couldn't be arsed. I was like hungover anyway from Wednesday night. I mean, I was on the stream for like 5-6 hours. So I just couldn't be bothered to actually keep going with it. But at least we managed to get a win. But I mean, we're not in a good position either. I mean, we're not in a good position. Yeah, we're 16th. I mean, we've got to get these wins going because I think if I know right, I mean, it's going to be it's Everton next tomorrow, and that's not an easy game in any way, shape, or form. And then you've got Utrecht, and then you've got Tottenham Hotspur, who are at the City Ground, and they're good away. Should be a win though, so at the City Ground. And then we've got Fulham. Fulham's one of them teams anyway for us. And then we've got Manchester City at the City Ground. Be nice to get another one over them. And then we've got Everton again at the City Ground. So, you know, it's the Premier League though, isn't it? Don't get any easier. It's never going to get any easier. That's not what we're in it for. How was your day? Day was fine, mate. Day was absolutely fine. Yeah. All good. Watched a few more Dexter episodes. Love Dexter. Dexter's a great series. If you've never watched Dexter, watch it because it's proper. It is proper good. Really good. Really an enjoyable series. It's took me a while to like sort of get into it, but now I'm into it. It is a really good series, to be fair. I'm on the verge of like watching Zootopia because I've never actually seen it before. So I'll give that a go as well. I've seen like a few reviews on it and stuff of the second one. So I might actually give that a go as well. Other than that, what have I actually done today? Not a lot, to be fair. Not a lot. I can't even remember what I have actually done today. I think I've pretty much sat in front of here and tried to sort out getting some music for the Paint the Tube Red episode. And I got a few good songs, but the thing is what they've done with that, the Sunni AI, is if you're not subscribed to them when you're putting your music, the music you make on there on your channel, you can get a strike. Well, not a strike, but you can get a warning and all that kind of stuff. So I've not really used them. Can't really use them on here anyway. Talk Studio don't allow music like StreamYard does. Super Sunday is not great this week. I don't know. I mean, you look at the games. I think the Fulham Crystal Palace could be a decent game, to be honest. That's the all-4. And then you've got Brighton against West Ham. I mean, both of them are going to be contentious games, to be fair. It's not great in the way you look at it, like, you know, what teams are playing and stuff like that. But how many times have you watched games like that and actually seen a really good game from something you don't expect? So it could be good in that respect. Could definitely be good in that respect. I mean, who knows? You know what football's like? You can have a game that doesn't look all that, and then all of a sudden it can be the best game you've ever seen. So could actually go that way as well. So who knows? Who knows? We shall see. We shall see. But I think I'll be covering the Palace Fulham game. And if I'm up, I'll probably do the Brighton West Ham game as well. But that one's got a boring draw on it for me. But we'll have to wait and see, won't we? See how it goes. The best games are probably on Saturday, to be fair. Aston Villa against Arsenal, I think is going to be a really good game. Man City Sunderland is another one that's going to be a good game. But obviously, we're going to be playing Everton at the same time, which I think is also going to be a good game. And then you've got Leeds United and Liverpool at 5:30, which I think should be a decent, fun game to watch as well. I'm watching the last race of season for the F1 season on Sunday. I've never really been that bothered about F1 or anything like that. I was when it was like Mansell and, Schumacher and all that kind of stuff. But other than that, just doesn't really... I don't really know the people that's in it. I'm not really that interested in it. More interested in the UFC, which is going to be on Saturday, which should be an awesome one, to be honest. There's a lot of good fights on that, so I've been more interested in that, to be honest, other than the F1. Just never really been my thing, to be fair. Too many laps. I've always said, should be one lap, mate. Should be one lap. One lap, and whoever survives wins. Evening, Yeti fella. I explained those other World Cup spots. There's playoffs in match 4 from Europe. Will go to the World Cup, like Italy, etc., and 2 are the Interconfederation playoffs, such as DR Congo. So there's still matches to play then to actually add to that. That's what I was thinking. Big up, Michael. How you doing, mate? You're all right, mate. I'm getting there now, taking the old Vicks vapor rubs. I'll be back tomorrow, mate. Yeah, man. Just get yourself sorted, mate. Get yourself sorted. But what happened to your 3-1 to Chelsea anyway? What did you make of that game? What did you make of that game? Because I was quite impressed with Chelsea, to be quite honest. Losing Caicedo was a bad one, but I mean, he had to go. He had to go. But then you've also got the argument of the elbow from Nkappi on Chalobah as well. Do you think that should have been something as well? There was 32 teams at the last World Cup. I don't. To be honest, I don't follow it a lot. In all due respect, so I don't really follow it a lot. Enzo Maresco got the lineup wrong, says Daniel Knight. Mate, I thought you started the stronger, to be honest. I thought you started the stronger. I thought you got about them quick. You was proper in their faces all the time. Maybe some of it a little bit over the top, but, I'll never have any issue with that. But, I thought you was the better side at the start of the game. As soon as you lost Caicedo, he just became like you were just like sitting back and trying to get a counter, Didn't understand taking Esteban off for Garnacho. Didn't understand that at all, to be honest. Did not understand that at all. Because I thought Esteban was looking quite dangerous, to be fair. So I did not understand that. And I'm sure Michael didn't like it because I know he don't like going at you. So that for me was a bit of a weird one. Thought Neto played really well as well. I mean, this is like a week ago now, but I thought he played really well as well. He could easily have balanced it out, and he could, and Cucurella could have gone as well on a few occasions. I'm always going to say it the way I see it. Whether people like it or whether they don't, it's up to them. But I'm always going to say it the way I see it. And we have to be up for that game tomorrow against Everton. So that's going to be a tough one. I mean, Wolves, we slogged through that. Absolute slog through that. And we've got to continue to do the same, and we've got to keep picking up wins if we're going to actually get anywhere or do anything. You know, I mean, Sunderland at the minute are looking fucking amazing. Their fight is just insane. Insane. They just don't give up. And that game against Manchester City is going to be a very, very interesting one. Very interesting. Because Sunderland just look on a different planet at the minute. Doing the right things over and over again. Yeah, I do. Man in Cappy and Zubamendi shoving João Pedro to the ground. Should have that free kick in a good position. No debate in the Caicedo challenge. No, you can't. You can't debate that. But I mean, you only had to look at Chalobah's face. You know, he got to get a big bruise on. He got a great big bruise on his face. His face was sticking out. So, I mean, there was obviously something. I thought it was an headbutt. I'll be honest. I thought it was an headbutt on first watch, but then saw it afterwards and saw it was an elbow. So, yeah, maybe there should have been something on that. I don't support either team, so it makes no difference to me. So I just call it how I see it, and that's it. 48 teams is far too much for me, man. My favourite is World Cup 2022, Korea and Japan, bro. Yeah, I mean, they're always trying to, like, get other teams involved and shit, aren't they? They're always trying to make it bigger and better and get more people to go, and it's all about the money in it, let's face it. It's all about the money. It's nothing else. Football's nothing else other than money nowadays. That's all it is. I don't rate the rotation at Chelsea. I think their average spend £2 billion and fighting for top is a disgrace. I mean, you have bought a lot of players. But I have to say, I mean, regardless of the Leeds result, the way you played against Arsenal, you proper bought it to them. Proper. Just getting Caicedo getting sent off and doing that killed you. And even when that happened, you still had your opportunities and stuff like that to get the game. I was still impressed even after that, because at the end of the day, you was getting chances, you was breaking away, you had a possibility of getting the next one. You know, you still didn't sort of like, well, you laid down to a point on the low block, but your counter attack was phenomenal, and Neto was good as well. You just couldn't get it right, though. You just could not get it right. Evening, Jazz. How you doing, matey? You want to jump on, bro? You can. But yeah, I mean, it was one of them, really. It was one of them. I mean, Odegaard came on, and Odegaard, I mean, he didn't look too bad, to be fair. At least he was trying to go forward. You know, the rest of it, he wasn't doing anything like that. He wasn't doing anything like that at all. Let me sort this out. Let me get this sorted out here. I don't know what is going on with this Talk Studio. I don't want to use it, but I can't afford to use anything else. So I'm using this at the minute with Streamlabs. So we'll just see where it goes from there, I suppose. There you go, Jez. Links there, bro. If you want to jump on, it's entirely up to you. Right, let me get rid of that. Get rid of that. In terms of Brazil, I'm excited for the Morocco game. Played them back in 1998, and when Youssef Hadji played for Coventry City and Scotland in 1998 as well. Don't know IET that well, but I'll take it. Well, you're a Brazil fan now, then? You Brazil, not England. Well, I can see why. I can see why. Murillo's got to get in there, surely. Surely Murillo's got to get in there. Igor Jesus is making a good shout for it as well, to be honest. He's doing good at the minute. Igor Jesus is definitely doing good at the minute. So, I mean, he's making a good shout for it. And this is why I want to see us keep signing these Brazilians and stuff like that. I want us to stay in the Prem, obviously, you know, and that is the key thing for me this season. You know, you can't have anything else. That's got to be the key thing. Because the players we lose, if we was to go down, is insane. It's insane. Selza's gone, Murillo's gone, Milenkovic is gone, Einer's probably gone, Nico Williams gone, Anderson's definitely gone, Mungius White's definitely gone. Who else? Amari Hutchinson is showing really good things, but I think we might keep him, but he'll probably want to leave anyway because we're not in the Prem anymore. So he'll probably want to go, you know. So it would be absolutely insane. But you know what? Tell you what, guys. I never in a million years thought I was going to see my team in the big time, in the Premier League and stuff like that. So if that was to happen, then that's to happen. I've seen something that I am absolutely delighted about, you know, seeing my team in the Premier League, because I never imagined I'd see that. But the thing that's worrying me, right, the thing that's worrying me about Forest is the fact that the thing that's bothering me tonight is the fact that I fucking forgot what I was going to say. I completely forgot what I was going to say. Oh, days. Totally, mate, it's gone. It's gone out of my head. Completely what I was going to say is just gone out of my head. The thing that worries me, right, I've kind of got it now, is that there's certain games that we're just not turning up for in the right mindset. And, right, you look at it back in the day, right, back in the day, you had Brian Clough, you had Alex Ferguson, you had George Graham, all that. When they got the players and they got them in a certain mindset and they bought in, even Marino, when you got these players and they buy in, they just buy in. Clough used to put a ball on the towel and say, that's what you want, go and get it. Nowadays, every single game, you've got to turn around and go, I love you, mate. I love you to pieces, mate. I absolutely love you to pieces. Please go out there and perform for me. And all the rest of you, please perform for me. Please go out there and give it everything. And please do everything. And please make sure. Why? Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing? Why do you have to do that for every single game? I mean, it does my head in. Where was that? The thing is, yeah, when it comes to England, it's the PR and hype that's forever put me off them, man. And you know what I mean. I think about the UK government as well, mate. Yeah, 100%. Same with me, mate. Exactly the same with me. Bro, you know what? When I was a kid, I was like 100% into England, and I loved every minute of them. Gascoigne, Lineker, Barnes, all these fucking players, and I was like, I was 100% in, 100% in. And over the years, all I see is us capitulate because we're not brave enough. And it never changes. It don't matter what manager you've got. Right now, if you look at the side right now, it should be good enough to do something special in those situations. But it isn't. It's not. And, you've got Rice, who's playing out of his skin. Moving to Arsenal was the best thing he could ever do because you can see his development and the way he's come on since he's gone into Arsenal. Should be the captain, let's face it. I think we all know that. And you got Anderson, who's a quality player going forward and things like that. Morgan Gibbs-White, for me, is always like a question mark. Sometimes he brings it, sometimes he doesn't. But I think we've got a really, really good side at the minute. But I also know that when it comes down to the crunch, where we've got to do something, we will back off. We do it all the time with England, all the time. And that's not down to managers. That's got nothing to do with managers because every manager is not going to do the same thing. It's got something to do with higher up. We always do it. We always do it. They build it to make us believe that we're going to get somewhere, and then all of a sudden, bosh, you come right down to earth. And that's why I don't really bother with it nowadays because I can't be arsed. Can't be fucking arsed. I can't be asked to put all my time and thought into something that I can see could be something good to only see it crash every single time. And it always does. And it's not down to the players, it's down to the actual tactics that we play. The tactics that we play is always like not to lose instead of to win. And that's where it all goes wrong for me with England. I'd rather watch Scotland because I know they're going to give it everything because they've got no choice. Ireland because exactly the same. they've always been an entertaining team for me to watch. I'm not much into the internationals anyway, to be quite honest with you. Anderson is going to be in the England squad, so I might follow it for that because I do like that guy. Although I think as soon as like something comes in, or say we go down, he's out. He's gone. He's gone. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Our whole team is ripped apart if we go down. All we'll have is Yates. That's it. That's all we'll have. We'll just have Yates. Because that's just a reality. That is just the reality. I mean, Sangori is starting to show what we bought him for now. Sangori, I think, is a very, very good player. When he's on it, he's great. And he's a total dice player as well. He can put a pass through anything. He's absolutely awesome in that. And he's also got his game going together where he's tackling and winning the ball back as well. You know, he's absolute class. But Anderson, I mean, you look at the midfield, Anderson, Sangari, and Morgan Gibbs White. They should be cleaning up, really, with what quality they have. Although Morgan Gibbs White for me is like, I don't know, he's like Marmite for me. You either love him or you hate him. Simple as that. You either love him or you hate him. I'm in the middle of that because sometimes he does perform and shows it. I mean, look, he's not anything to do with England anymore, so it obviously shows that he's not been performing. I mean, and on that Premier League vote thing, what I saw the other day, the Player of the Month, Morgan Gibbs White's in there. I chose Barnes for Newcastle for his 2 goals against Manchester City. I'm not just going to go Morgan Gibbs White just because he's in a Forest shirt. Fuck that. I'm going to keep it real always. That's how I do shit. That's exactly how I do things. And I'm not just going to call someone just because. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'll tell you one player that Arsenal Chelsea, Reece James was fantastic. Reece James for me was man of match. He was absolutely fantastic. If you can keep him off the medical bench or whatever you call it, he's fantastic. And I need a piss. I'll be back in a sec. Hey, big up and respect and cheers to raise the colours. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. Get rid of those bloody dingies. Get rid of those bloody dingies. Stop letting these freeloaders come over here. Well played. Well played. I'd join you if I could. I have asked, I have offered, but don't get no reply. But I would 100% do that. We're not exactly under one flag anyway in society. We can't even agree on colour of shit right now. Trouble with England is one good player, 2 or 3 decent ones don't win you trophies. Yeah, true. Very true. Very true. But to me, it's not about players with England, Michael. It's not about players. It's about what they always do. And if you have so many different managers doing the same thing all the time and playing the same players all the time, then there's something higher up that's the problem. That's my point of view, anyway. And over the years, Netherlands or Croatia have probably looked more likely win a World Cup than England. Yeah, absolutely, mate, bro. I don't think that's going to happen anyway. To be honest, mate, can you right? Let's put this down to normal. Like, keep it. Yeah, let's keep it real. It's the real deal, right? What is the last thing they want in England right now? England winning a World Cup and there being England flags everywhere when they're taking them down left, right, and centre. We ain't winning that. We ain't winning that. No chance. Fair means or foul, bro. We are not winning that. The last thing they want in this country is for every English person to be out there with an England flag when they're taking them down off everything. That's the last thing they want. That would, if we won the World Cup, that would pull everybody together, and that's the last thing they want, mate. That's the last thing they want. You mean struggling against Colombia and Slovakia, etc.? Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Oregon Goon celebrates 7 months of membership. France and Spain's final as usual. Big up to Oregon Goon. Cheers for the membership, bro. 7 months, absolute legend, matey. Absolute legend. Send you the stream if you want to come on. It's entirely up to you, matey. But yeah, mate, you're not going to get England winning anything in the World Cup because that's going to be flags left, right, and centre everywhere. And they're taking flags down. So do you think they're going to allow that? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, mate. This ain't the England we're used to. England will struggle against Ghana and Croatia. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. We won't do shit. I'll tell you that now. Can't right now, bro. This weekend I'm probably free if you're around, mate. Yeah, no worries, matey. I'll probably be doing like watch-alongs tomorrow, obviously for the Forest. I'll probably, if I'm up, I'll do the Forest, Arsenal, Aston Villa. How do you think that's going to go, mate? Because that's going to be a tough one, that is. I mean, you've faced a lot of tough games and you've come out of them. But Aston Villa at the minute are on a mad one. So that's going to be an interesting one, that, for me. So I may definitely be up for that and make sure I get to see that because I think that's going to be a really interesting game. And as I've said to you before, Dal, it's all in your hands. All in your hands. So 4:30 a.m. Arsenal Villa game here on the West Coast. I predict a 1-1. Yeah, that's what Tony said. Tony said 1-1. I'll be honest, I think Villa's going to beat you. I have to keep it real, and well, I don't have to. It's just who I am. I think Villa will beat you tomorrow. And that'll make it very, very interesting. Very interesting. Not getting up that early for a draw. You don't know it's going to be a draw, bro. Where's your confidence? Where's your confidence? What do you mean a draw? You got to be confident. I mean, your heart's got to say an Arsenal win, and your head's got to say like maybe a draw. I think Villa will beat you. That's what I'm saying. I think Villa will beat you tomorrow. And that's going to really make it interesting for the neutral. Because at the end of the day, I'm a neutral. So, no confidence without Gabriel, Saliba, and possibly Rice. Is Rice got something as well? Yeah, that's mad. That's huge. That's huge. That is huge. Don't think Mosquera and Nkappi did bad the other day, to be honest, but losing Rice, that is massive. That is massive. But that's all down to the fact that you've not got somebody who can actually replace him, because there's nobody you've got that can replace Rice. Nobody. So that could be absolutely huge if Rice is out as well. Now says my starting 11 for the Villa game: Marino. Really? Hey, I know he gets goals, but man, that's a little bit over, isn't it? That's like me saying Anderson, and Mikulenkovic, and Anderson. Yeah, that. I mean, I think Marino has really started to fit in to that team. To be honest, Anderson has really started to fit into that team. Anderson, fucking hell. Marino, I'll tell you what, he's definitely come on leaps and bounds. There's no doubt about that. He's worked his way in. Yes, he can dive a little bit and be a dirty little bastard, but you know, against Chelsea, he definitely gets taken out. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, I mean, look, Marino's coming on leaps and bounds for me. That is funny. Marino played CB at Dortmund before he went to Newcastle, and yeah, but you can't do it if he's the only player. My God, mate, it's Michael Chelsea. Oh, fucking brilliant that is. It obviously shows that you've got like confidence in him, I suppose. It shows you've got confidence in him if you just want Marino as every single player on the pitch. What, even in goal? Do you want Marino in goal as well? I mean, he's good at diving. He is good at diving. So, I mean, what? I mean, put Saka in goal. He's good at diving as well. Dow says Super Marino. That's insane. But I tell you what, look, the thing is, what we love about the Premier League is every game is a test, and that's the way it should be. You know, every game is a test, and this is definitely a test for Arsenal tomorrow against Villa, because Villa just don't want to lose. So they're going to be going for it from 1 minute to 90. Yeah, in goal too, Ray gets lobbed. All right, Marino. I think he's like proved his place. He's proved that he belongs. You know. So it's for me. Your key is Gyökeres to get scoring. As soon as you got that, I think you're all right. But at the same point, you've got to get the ball to him. Whereas if you look at the Chelsea game, you just stood outside of the area and didn't really offer anything. So you've got to get the ball to the guy. And that's been the biggest issue. And that's where I'll question Arteta every time. You've got a striker there that is capable of doing assists and capable of scoring goals, yet your tactics ain't getting the ball to him. So surely, whether it's your player or not, whether it's the player you wanted or not, back in the day, managers got players that they didn't even know. Look at Cooper. Cooper, he got 150 players signed. He didn't know any of them. Couldn't speak to any of them. But he managed to keep us all. You know? So that, to me, is what a manager does. You go with what you've got and you make something out of it. And he's not doing that with Gyökeres. Arteta killing Gyökeres' confidence? Yeah, of course he is. Of course he is. But, I mean, that's not good, though, is it? It's not good. Oda and Zui too weak against Villa's midfield. That is very true. Very true. Yeah. I think you're in for a tough one tomorrow. I really do. And if you do come, look, I said that from the start of the season. I said, look at your running. That's a tough running. Did all right. Got top of the league. So to me, it's all on you. It's all with you guys, as far as I'm concerned. But Villa have got themselves confident now. You can see it. You only have to look at the games. I mean, they are so confident in what they're able to do at the minute, and you're actually at their ground as well. So I think it's going to be a difficult one. It's going to tell a lot of things tomorrow. It's going to tell a lot of things. I mean, I don't care either way. I just want a good game because I'm a neutral. So I'm just going to enjoy the game for what it is. But there's certain players that you need to turn up tomorrow, 100%. And Arteta's got to bring it as well. He's got to bring it as well with his tactics. But we all know he's only got one. So if that don't work, then he's fucked. If you get an early goal, then it's going to be difficult for Villa. But the thing is, Villa don't give up until the end of the game. So it's going to be a really tough game tomorrow. And I think it's going to show whether you are it or whether you're not. I'm calling a Villa win, to be honest. I'm calling a Villa win. That's nothing against Arsenal. I just think that they will have the grit and everything else in that game that Arsenal don't have. Same as when you played Chelsea. Chelsea came at you with grit, and you guys can't handle that. So that's the way I'm calling it anyway. And you can like me or you don't like me, whatever. But that is exactly the way I'm calling it. Michael Chelsea, obviously for fans who support their local clubs, all the power to them. For when going into football, my grandma at the end of the day just let sport, which I wanted. I just went from there, really. Yeah, absolutely. Mate, my personal point of view of like supporting a club, right? I mean, I've said this so many times on my stream. I started out like an Everton fan because back in the day, it was always Everton that was pretty much on TV. Yeah, you watched the match of the day, it was always Everton, Liverpool in the FA Cup and stuff like that. And I always went with the underdog. So my first team was Everton. But as soon as I went to a Forest game at the City Ground, bosh, that was done. That's how you pick your team. When you go there and the way you feel and everything like that, that's what picks your team. And that's where I became a massive Forest fan. And that's how it works. It don't work by word of mouth or anything like that. It works like when you're there and you feel at home. That's how it works. I could see Villa nicking it. Yeah, mate, I think it's going to be really interesting game. But at the same point, Manchester City have got Sunderland. And Sunderland will be gritty as fuck with City. And a lot of these bigger teams, like the Arsenals and the Man Cities, they don't like teams going up. They do not like teams thinking, look, I can tackle you and I can get into you and I'll give you the grit and all that. They don't like that. So to me, it's down to if you sink or swim. When that starts happening, it's down to if you sink or swim. Against Chelsea, if you want my honest opinion, I think you sank. As soon as they start getting into you and giving you grit and all that kind of thing, I think you sank quite a bit. That's just my personal opinion. So I don't think you like that. And if Villa come out like that, then I think it's going to be very, very interesting. Do you know another reason, right, guys? Do you know another reason why I chose Forest? It's because all my family, pretty much, not all of them, but a lot of them, was Notts County fans. So that was another reason why I chose Forest. Because as you know me, I'm one of those people that's like, I ain't going with your thing. I'm not just going to roll with your thing. I'm going to go and do my own thing. I was always a bit rebellious as well. Believe it or not. Probably don't believe that, but yeah, I have always been a bit rebellious. Yeah, I don't know if you know, I watched Serie A before the Premier League, given Italian footballs on Channel 4 on the weekend. But when I watched Match of the Day, when I saw Chelsea, Zola, Vialli. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%. Did you go to the ground, though? I mean, because for me, it was when I went to the ground. It weren't when I just watched them. It was when I went to the ground. And I think actually I started reading the books on the history before that as well. I just got obsessed. As soon as I went to the ground and I watched Forest, I just got obsessed. And then I got books and I started reading the European Cup and all that kind of stuff. I just got obsessed. And I knew I was home. I think that was what it was. And the Di Matteo, however, I did like Fabrizio Ravanelli as well, of course. He played for Middlesbrough, but when I saw Chelsea, I just knew that was my team, man. Yeah, absolutely. Have you been to the ground, though? Because it was the ground that got me. When I first went to the City ground, that's when it got me. That was when it really got me. And you just know that that's your place and that's where you belong. Yeah, you can turn around and say, well, you don't get games now. You don't get games now and all this, that, and the other. I don't know how it works, to be honest. I don't know how it works. I've got to have a membership for this and a membership for that in order to get a ticket. I don't think you can get in anyway. It's full. So I don't think you can get in anyway, but I just don't know how it works, otherwise I would. I look at it online, I can't make any sense of it at all. Apparently I've got to be a member on this and a member on that and a member on the other thing in order to actually get a ticket. I don't know how it works. I honestly do not know how it works. And I probably couldn't afford it anyway. I'd love nothing more to be back in the City ground in the Trent End. Nothing more. But it's just how it goes. Well, I was there all the way through the Championship. I was there all the way through when we dropped down to League One. I was there. I've done I wouldn't say I've done my time, but, I have actually been there and been like in the stands and all that kind of stuff, But when it becomes like it is now, I don't even know how it works now. Like I say, you talk to someone who actually knows how it works. Now, that's one thing. I would love to have gone to an actual game before prices skyrocketed, which is now where it's at. How much did it cost to actually go to a Chelsea game? See, back in the day, you could just turn up to the turnstile, pay you 30 quid or whatever it was, and go in to watch a game. It's so sad that you can't do that now. Interesting question for you, eh? What do you think for Notts County? I don't have no shit for Notts County. I don't really care, to be honest. I mean, most of my family are Notts County fans, but I like to see them do well. I'm not one of these Forest fans that think, oh yeah, you're shit and all that kind of stuff. I believe that for Derby. But I don't really have much feeling for it at all, to be honest. I don't hate them. I've been in pubs where I've had people like try and pin me up against a wall and say, oh, why are you Forest? Because I had my Forest shirt on and all this, that and the other. I mean, what happened after that? Well, I'm not going to say that on stream, but, I've had that kind of situation with County fans. They seem to have more of an issue with us than the opposite way. But that's just on my side of things, not theirs, And I've never understood it. I've never understood it at all. Both both in Nottingham. So what's it matter? I hate Derby. I don't hate Notts County. You know, I've had a few situations with fans and stuff, which I'm not going to talk about. But you know, but other than that, I don't care. They're another Nottingham team that I'm just not interested in. I'm interested in them in seeing how they do, but I'm not interested in them in that way. My granddad was an avid Notts County fan. He always used to go there. I mean, I don't think he'd bother. Well, he's dead, so he ain't gonna bother nowadays anyway. But you know, he was like a proper avid Notts County fan. He was always there, always. If he'd seen the way it's gone now, he'd be disgusted. Same way as we all are. There's a lot of things Forest do that I don't agree with and I don't like. You know, I don't like this inclusivity and this diversity and all that kind of shit. Can't be doing with that crap. And if they ever do a shirt where it's got fucking rainbow flags and shit like that, then I ain't buying it. End of story. I'm not buying it because it's not my thing. Not interested in that shit. Give me a choice. Like you want your choice, I want my fucking choice. Yeah? I want my fucking choice because you always go on about choice. Oh, it's choice if I do this, it's choice if I do that. But if you do that, then you're a bigot, you're an asshole, you're this, that, and the other. Fuck you, mate. You get your choice, I get mine. I'll never have that kind of shit. Ever. If you get your choice, then I'll get mine. If you want to, like, say this or say this, that, and the other, fair enough. Whatever. Get on with your life. Great. Awesome. Nobody cares. Yeah? But don't expect me to be someone that says that I need to accept it because that's not on you. That's not on you. That's on me. If I don't decide to do that, that's fine. That's the problem nowadays. Everybody has to accept. And if you don't accept, then you're this, or you're that, or you're a Nazi, or you're this, or you're that. Fuck off, bro. I'm me. How about accept that? How about accept that? Accept that I'm me. Yeah? With no hidden agendas or anything like that. How about that? But you're not interested in that. You're interested in me following your agendas and what you think. That'll never be me, ever. Never be me. Never. If I don't agree with something, I will never agree with it. Simple as that. Never. And the people that all of a sudden waver and all of a sudden go, oh yeah, I'll agree with that, I'll accept that, and this, that, and the other. The people that do that, they are the problem. They are the problem. Because you can turn around and say you're whatever you want to be, and I'll respect it. I'll respect it, but I don't have to agree with it. This has got dark. Now we've gone dark. We was talking about Notts County. Now we've gone dark. But I will always tell it the way it is. And I've never had an issue with doing that. And I will never, ever have an issue with doing that. If you've got an issue with that, then that's on you. That's not on me. I'll always say the way I feel. And the thing is, what everybody has to understand is all these people in power want to divide you all the time. Whether it's black, white, gay, straight, whatever it is, they always want to divide us all the time. And you have to understand why they want to do that. Because when they divide us, we're not all going to stick together and be on the same page. And you know what happens when we don't do that? They win. Because as soon as we all stick together, and as soon as we all put our stupidness aside, yeah, they lose. Because we're all on the same page. They don't stand a chance. And they know that. And that's why it all gets put out there that gives all this bullshit, yeah, that we've got to go on this side. I'm not left, I'm not right. I'm centralist. And that's not because I'm a pussy. I ain't a pussy by any sense of the imagination. People that know me know that. Yeah. But the thing is, they want you to pick a side. Because while you're picking a side, all you're taking notice of is those sides and what those sides offer, instead of noticing what they are doing. Your governments, your people in power, all that shit. That's all they want you to do. That's why politicians and all this, that, and the other always go, look at people on benefits. People on benefits are taking all the money out of this country. What about the immigrants then that you're paying? What about the immigrants that you're giving everything? What about the fucking people that's coming to this country that don't belong in this fucking country? Yeah, that you're not checking out and making sure that they're decent fucking human beings. Yeah, I know we've got fucking shit in this country. I know that. But that's down to the officials to see these pieces of shit. Every time somebody does something that comes from this country, the first thing you read is that, oh, well, he did this in this time. He did this. He did this. He did this. He did this. We never expected him to do this. How the fuck did you not expect him to do that when he's done all the other fucking things? Are you actually fucking stupid? And these are the people that's running this shit. Yeah? They know the history of a lot of these people. But the people that's coming from other countries, they don't know the history of any of them. None of them. They don't care. Because their whole main thing is to take over the West and destabilize it. That's the whole fucking point here. If you look at Starmer and think he's fucking stupid, then you're stupid. He ain't stupid. He's doing exactly what he's being told to do. He's doing exactly what he's being paid to do. This ain't just a fucking coincidence. If you think this is a coincidence, you must be fucking insane. Because there's too many things that don't make sense. Too many things that don't make sense. And big up again to Raise the Colours. And cheers to Raise the Colours for going over to France and popping those fucking boats. I have no issue with people coming to this country if they're coming to this country for the right reasons. Yeah? To do something, make this country better, offer something. But most of these people are coming over here just parasites. And all the time, the government makes it about people that's out of work in this country. At least they fucking belong here. Yes, they might be taking stuff out of this country, but they're not taking as much out of this country as what people that are fucking coming here on fucking boats are. You're fucking paying somebody to take over their hotel so that these people can stay in it. Yeah? How much do you think that's costing? How much do you think it's costing to give them their own private fucking dentist and doctor? Well, we can't see any. We cannot see any doctors or anything in this country. They're all over there. So how much the fuck do you think they're paying them? All the food that they get delivered is the best food on the planet. You will never see anything like that. You will never see any of that food. Because you've got to struggle. And they always bring it into a thing, a higher cost of living and all this, that, and the other. The higher cost of living is looking after them fuckers. And half of them are coming from countries. There's no fucking war there anyway. And if there was any war there anyway, where are the women and kids? Well, you just left them in the war-torn country, have you? Fuck off, bro. Right, I'll be back in a sec. Right, and you know what? I don't care if people leave when I'm speaking truth like this. I don't care if people leave because you're not the right kind of people I want in here anyway. So it makes no difference to me. This is the reality of the world we live in. Yeah. It's just ridiculous. And you get all these people going, oh, well, they deserve this and they deserve that. Yeah, some of them do. Some of them do, but some of them don't. You're coming over here, taking our women, taking our kids. Nah, ain't gonna wash. Be careful on the bear you poke, because the bear will bite back. This is the real deal. This is what this show is all about. Real deal. You know, as always, it starts about football, it starts about UFC, it starts about talking about this, that, and the other. But the main thing is the message I need to get across is the real deal. And that's exactly what the show's about. And if you can't handle it, or you want to hide in the fucking cupboard or whatever, then don't watch it. Simple as that. I ain't here to fuck around. So I'm gonna say what I have to say. And if people don't like it, it's tough. Because at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. You get people going out on the streets that video all these kind of things. I'm not going to do that. I was going to do that at one point, but I just don't see the point, because it's like I watch some of these videos and they get attacked, and I don't have the temperament to get attacked. I will fuck them up. So there's no way I could actually do it that way. So the only way I could actually do it is actually streaming and telling the truth and saying what I have to say. You know, the way this country's going is disgusting, and Stormer needs to be behind bars, 100%. Oh, I'm for right, I'm for nothing. I'm for nothing. Don't try and put me in a box, because they always like to put people in a box. You're either this, or you're that, or you're not that. You know, there's some things that I agree with on certain sides, and there's some things I don't agree with on other sides, you know. And the whole thing is coming to a fall where it's just, the whole thing is just coming too crazy. Now, if you want to ask me on the Epstein files, I think there's certain people going to be in that, and I think it should be released, in my opinion. Because some of these people, you know, you can see, you know what, you can see them easily. Look at the people, look at the actors, look at the people in Hollywood that all of a sudden become big fucking shit. The ones that all of a sudden become big fucking shit have sold out, have sold their souls, you know? And we have to look at that. We have to look at that. I know the fucking people. I mean, fucking, there's certain people still got fucking podcasts and stuff that should be in fucking prison, to be honest. They should be in jail. And hopefully that's going to be the case at some point. I have no time for any of this bullshit, to be honest. I've no time for any of this bullshit. And it's like I was walking up the other day where I live, and I walked past the cemetery, and there's a tent. There's a tent under a tree in the cemetery. Now, hopefully the Walking Dead's a thing, so then the zombies will come up and eat the fucking pricks. But it's like they're just coming here, and then if they know they're not going to get, well, I mean, there's no test anyway, there's no test. Same as I said to a mate of mine the other day who lives in Portugal, and he was saying, oh, my PC's well overdated and I need a new one. I turned around to him and I said, well, why don't you just go to France, get on a boat, come over here, get all the money for a new PC, and then fuck off back? Because it's that easy. It's that easy. I'm not saying some of them don't have like a proper issue and a proper problem and a proper situation like that. But at the end of the day, how far do you go with this? With 100 people coming over here, and like, even if there's one, just one, that's got a bad past and an evil little bastard that's going to get hold of our women and kids, that's enough. That's enough. One's enough. And if you're not going to vet those people, and you're not going to look at those people, and you are a piece of shit. Tell you now, guys, Satan's got this world at the minute. Satan has got this world at the minute. You only have to look at the YouTubers, all they care about is getting more money, money. Sit there like doing streams about fucking, oh yeah, I really care about mental health and all this, that, and the other. And then you get sponsored by things that actually cause it. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And this is the way that the real deal always goes. Yeah. He's kind of hidden behind just being like a football stream or talking about this or talking about that. But he's basically around what I'm saying now. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of looking on Facebook. I'm tired of looking at a face. Oh, he's done this. Oh, he was let go. He was let go because the police are just a fucking joke. Too much fucking DI. Too many women police officers that haven't got a fucking clue what they're fucking doing. Too many fucking people of different races that just get a job because they're a different race. Is that not weird? Is that not fucking odd that you get a job like that? But no, we're not going to call that out, are we, guys? We're not going to call that out. We're definitely not going to call that out. No, we're going to leave that one. I'm sick and fucking tired of it, to be honest. Sick and fucking tired of it. And you can sit there and you can call me a coward because I don't go into these situations. The reason I don't go into these situations is because I know the way it's going to go. I know the way it's going to go. I know how I am. So I know exactly how it's going to go. And me getting cancelled or kicked off YouTube then just leaves YouTube an echo chamber for all these dickheads to talk the shit that they want. Big up to Andrew Wilson. He's an American guy, but he calls it big stuff for his country. Big up to him. He'll never bother with me, but I'm not interested if he bothers with me. That's not my point of style. My point of style is making the UK what it used to be. We fought people on French beaches. Now they're coming over there from there, you know. So they've got a lot to fucking contend with as well. But at the end of the day, what you've got to understand, guys, this is all by design. This is all by design. Trying to destabilize the West. Think about it, right? Would you rather have me in this country who's going to expose everything the government's doing and everything? We're nosy. We're nosy little fuckers, right? So we're going to expose everything that's going on. Yeah. Bring other people in from other countries. They're going to give a shit. They're just going to be happy to actually be in a position where they've got no threat. So they're not going to be trying to look into this or this, that, and the other. They're going to be happy with that. You know, us lot, we're nosy bastards. We're looking into all different things and seeing exactly what they're up to, and they can't cover shit up with us. Yeah. So it's pretty obvious to me. exactly what they're doing. And this is not a new thing for me. I've known this since I was like fucking 12, 15 years old. I used to have these conversations with my granddad. I mean, he's gone now, rest his soul. But, you know, we used to have all these conversations. My granddad turned round to me and said, I'm glad I'm not going to be around for what's coming. He knew. And that's maybe how I got. That's maybe why I'm like I am. I don't know. Who removed my comment about the Prime Minister? I have no idea, mate. I didn't. And nobody else is in here who's a mod. I wouldn't remove it. I 100% would not remove it. So that must be a YouTube thing. Listen to what I'm saying. There's no way I would remove it, Pepsi. No way I would remove it. There's government officials watching. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know how they're watching though. I mean, I think they're too busy fucking kids. But yeah, I don't know how they're actually watching. But must be a YouTube thing, mate. Must be a YouTube thing. Thing is, what you got to take into account, they're all in on it. They're all in on it. I'll be okay because I'm a small channel, but they are all in on it. And most of the big channels don't care because they gain loads of money anyway, so they stop caring about anything to do with anything. I'll tell you what, I'm going to call out Napster because I saw Napster on Lee Gunner's channel and he was speaking it. He was speaking exactly what I'm saying now on Lee Gunner's channel the other day on that show I watched. He was talking it real, exactly the way I'm talking it now. Fuck government officials and go fuck themselves. They're all on the payroll. The police, everybody, they're all on the fucking payroll. Yeah? Might even come to a point where people are grassing people up for what they're doing. If they start offering like a point of, oh, we'll give you £200 or whatever if you grass this person up, that might be a thing, you know. And yet they call people Nazis. Yeah, back in the day with the Nazis, that was a thing as well, you know, where people used to fucking like rat people out and stuff like that. That's also a possibility. I don't care. I'll say what I've got to say. I don't give a fuck. I used his name in comment. Yeah, he's probably taken out, Pepsi. He's probably taken out. Bro, they're all part of the same thing. All of them are part of the same thing. YouTube's exactly the same. The only thing with YouTube is they'll do you for like music and stuff like that. If I was a bigger channel, then yes, they probably would come down on me. But there is a lot of bigger channels that do say the same thing as I do. If you're making them a lot of money, they don't care. They don't care. And I'm not making them a lot of money, but fuck them. I don't care. This is why I created the cave, you know, to give my thoughts and exactly how I see things and all that kind of stuff. That's exactly why I created the cave. It's kind of hidden. I mean, it's not hidden behind forest because I'm a massive forest fan, but it's kind of hidden. The real deal is the real deal. This is exactly what it is and exactly what it was always meant to be. And that's why it was created. You know, I'm gonna have my say. I'm gonna say what I have to say. If they want to come here, arrest me, whatever. So many people nowadays, bro, taking backhanders and all that kind of stuff. And this is the thing, right? If you look at the Noah's Ark and all that kind of stuff, what God needed to do, right? And I'm not giving God advice, but well, I am. You need to get rid of the monetary system because the monetary system was always going to be the problem, not anything else. As soon as people have a way to be better than you in their mind, to be better than you, that's where you get your issues. If everybody's on a level peg, if everyone's on a level playing field, there's no problems there. But nobody's on a level playing field. And you'll always get wankers that will sell anybody out to actually get where they want to get. And I guarantee most of them have done it. I'm not interested in that kind of shit, to be honest. I've never been a money person, never been interested in money or anything like that. Never been my major thing. My major thing's always been to get my voice out and say what I have to say. You know. What Pepsi? Are you on Instagram? Because whatever you said, I'll say it on stream. If you're on Instagram, get me LongHaired Yeti. Send me the message what you said, and I'll say it on stream. Because I ain't worried about them. I ain't worried about none of them. They go fuck themselves. They're all dirty little pedos anyway. But I have no time for that. This is one of the reasons I'd love to be bigger, to actually make a difference in the sense of what I say. But it's like when you sort of get like the cave, it's kind of an echo chamber because nobody comes back at you and says, oh, well, what about this? What about that? You know, the last thing you want is an echo chamber. But the thing is, I won't just have pieces of shit in my chat regardless. It's like somebody turned around to me today, oh, you've only got 840 subs. Yeah, because I won't accept crap. Simple as that. I will not accept crap. You will. You'll accept any kind of crap on this planet just to become big or just to become something. I will not do that. And I said that from the start, and it's still a thing now. I will not accept pieces of shit. Ever. Ever. That's my mantra. I will not do that. As soon as you start doing that, then you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. But if you want to, Pepsi, if you want to send the comment to my Instagram, then I will 100% say it. When and if, right. Well, another thing we've got to take into account, right? Voting is a joke. It's an illusion of choice. There's always going to be the people that people in power want certain people in certain situations. Do you think whatever we do is going to make a difference? It's not. It's not. Look at America. Look at the situation when Trump got fucked over. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. They give you the illusion of choice. And that's all it's about. Making you think that you've made a difference when you haven't. When you haven't. If voting was so important, why do they let women vote when they can't be called up? When they can't actually be called up to war, why do they let them vote? Why would you let somebody vote for somebody who might cause war when you're not going to fight it? It's bollocks. It's bullshit. Who's going to fight the wars? The men. Let's face it, the men. Yes, the women will work in the background and all that kind of stuff, but the people that's going to be on the front lines are the men. So why do women get to vote? Because they ain't going to get called up. The men are going to get called up, not the women. Not saying they couldn't handle it if there was, but they don't cry for being called up, do they? They cry for everything else, but they don't cry for being called up because they don't want to be called up. They want to just like put the makeup on and just go out and try and entertain guys. So why should they get to vote? When it's men that's going to do the main things. That makes no sense to me. Makes absolutely no sense to me. You ain't going to be fighting the wars. Oh, yeah, you've got to stay home and look after the kids and all this, that, and the other. But that's a mother's duty anyway. So how does that make sense? So why do women get to vote anyway? Also, women are very emotional. They're very emotional. If you turn around and say, like, I've seen it so many times on Facebook. And the thing about women, right? Let's really go in there. Yeah. The thing about women, you got like dating sites and all that kind of stuff. Why do they always use the filter on their eyes? You know why? I'll tell you why. Because your eyes are the windows to your soul. You can tell so many things by looking at someone's eyes. And I know I've got glasses on at the minute, but you can tell so many things by looking at somebody's eyes and seeing whether they are telling the truth or not. So why do most women, not all women, but most women always filter out the eyes on their selfies and all that kind of stuff? Why do they do it? Why? I'll tell you why. I can 100% tell you why. Because they know their eyes are going to tell you the truth. That's why they do it. It's not coincidence that they all do it. They all do it. Look on Tinder. You're like somebody, it looks like she's got fucking, she's in the middle of fucking Pixar fucking film with her eyes. It's like, oh, well, I'm going to try and I'm going to see if I can get a guy and like use these fucking eyes that look like I'm on fucking Ren and Stimpy. The fuck? Why would you think that was a good thing? Why? That's insane to me. That's insane. Because I always look at, I'm one of those people that I always look at somebody's eyes and see how they are. And I can see a lot through looking at someone's eyes. Yeah. There's certain people I know and I look at their eyes and I know exactly what they are. They probably don't know, but I do. I know exactly what they are. I've not told them, but because I don't need to tell them. But certain people, I look in their eyes and you can see exactly what they are. And that's why when you look at these dating sites and stuff like that, women always, not all of them, but when they don't, you can see in their eyes exactly what they are, like when they post a selfie or something like that. There's so much you can read through looking at their eyes. You know, I can 100% key out somebody who does a picture that's not a very happy person when they actually do it properly. You can see it. You can see it. Eyes are the windows of the soul. So you can see it. And that's why they all, well, not all, but that's why most of them actually always use the filter on their eyes. I mean, it look like something out of fucking Roger Rabbit. it looks like something out of Who Framed Roger Rabbit when they put these fucking filters on. It does. It actually does look like that, like something off Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I mean, what are you doing? It's hilarious because you see these pictures and it's just like you look at it and you think, fucking hell, why? What? I know why. I know why they do it. But it's just like, man, do you not realise that anybody else that sees that is not going to see that? That just makes no sense to me. People are just so fucking deluded and just think that's gonna be okay. Mickey Mouse eyes. Yeah. I'll meet you tomorrow. 100% I'll meet you tomorrow. And I'm sorry, but that just shows you how devious that person is. That straight away shows how devious that person is. And it straight away shows you how untrustworthy that person is. Yeah, she might be a great shag if you get there, but she ain't going to be a keeper, is she? She ain't going to be a keeper. Just going to be a shag and that's it. So why do it? Might not even be a great shag. I don't know. Might not be a great shag. You might have like fucking filters on a fanny as well. I don't know. Big up Adama, how you doing, mate? Who's this person we can't trust, keep, but shag? No, but he's not anybody. I'm not keen out anybody. I'm keen out most women that go on like these dating sites and put their pictures up, and they always cover the eyes with a filter. Always. And pain like Bane Adama. Eyes are the windows to the soul. Yeah. You can look into my eyes. Yeah, I've got glasses on. I know there's like a lot of reflections going on, all that kind of stuff. But you can tell you look into my eyes, you can see I'm telling the truth. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can use it in a different way, but that's the way I use it. Oh, a type, not a specific person. No. I'm not having a go at specific people, but I don't understand why people do that. True that about eyes? Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%. You can tell whether someone. I've always been able to tell. I don't know about anybody else, but I've always been able to tell by looking into someone's eyes whether they're actually speaking truth or whether they're not. They always use a picture 10 years younger too. Yeah, they do. They do. Oh, my. Oh, bro, don't get me into that. Don't get me. Oh, man, I can remember. The first time I went into a chat room, I was talking to this lass, and we was talking for ages, right? We was talking for ages. We was getting together. It was like she was in Cardiff, I'm in Nottingham, and it was like we were going to meet up. And she sent me a picture, and yeah. The only thing I can say to you is Pat Butcher. Pat Butcher. It was Pat Butcher. It was it was totally Pat Butcher. And I just went, I'm gonna be busy on that weekend. What about next weekend? Nah. I'm going to be busy on that weekend as well. In fact, I'm going to be busy for the rest of my life. So I don't think we should, we should meet. It was Pat Butcher. I wish I still had the picture because it was Pat Butcher. 100%. True that about eyes, and we can also tell you've had a drink. Oh, 100%. 100%. Of course I have. It's a real deal, bro. I always have a drink. They always use a picture 10 years younger too, and my cat is trying to attack the fan. So does Pepsi. That's an old can of Pepsi. It's true. Pepsi, you fake. That's an old can, bro. Good one, Paint. And Pat Butcher is a lesbian, though. Yeah, I mean, well, mate, she may have been, but I won't go in there. Let's get it straight. I won't go in there. Fat Butchered. Mate, honestly, I could not believe that picture that she sent me, because I said, well, if you're going to come over, then, send me a picture or whatever. That original picture did not look like that. But as soon as I seen that picture, I was like, oh my fucking days. I wish I still had it. Because I would have put it on stream if I still had it. That was insane. Insane. What? Why don't you want to meet me? And me being me and having to say exactly the way it is, I could not stop saying had to send her a message saying, because you're ugly as fuck, and if you was the last person on this planet, I would not fuck you. That was my message. And I'm probably a mental health or whatever, but I don't give a fuck because she was lying. No amount of alcohol in the world. Absolutely. 100%, man. 100%. Bro, 100%. 100%. Mate, I've never been, I don't know about you guys, but I've never shagged anyone on massive alcohol or anything like that. If there's nothing that sparks with me, it won't happen. It don't matter how much alcohol I've had. My brother, fucking hell, my brother's shagged some proper effers over the time. Oh, well, I was drunk and always. I've never had that thing. I've never had that thing where I'll just go with anything because it's like I'm pissed or whatever. I've never had that thing. I wish I had because I've probably got more shags. But I've just never had that thing. I've never had that thing. If it don't work for me, I just won't do it. Just won't. Nah, no chance. Like I say, I wish I had, because I would have fucking got more fucking notching on the bedpost. Right, I'll be back in a sec, guys. I need a piss. Right, okay. So, here we go. Fat butchered, no amount of alcohol in the world. R.I.P. Yeti's ex. Oh my days. Yeah, don't get me into that one. Don't get me into that one. What a fucking idiot. What an idiot. You know what, right? I get, right? I couldn't go out because I couldn't afford to go out. So basically, she goes out. This is my ex. Yeah. She goes out, and the day afterwards, there's a picture on Facebook. Now, I'd like to ask you guys this because of what you think of this. There's a picture on Facebook where she's got her head up a guy that I know, yeah, up his, what do you call them? Fucking them Scottish things. Kilt. She's got her head up a guy's kilt. So I turned round to her mate, who's also a female, and they always stick together, obviously. And I said, that's bang out of order, you know. Shouldn't be putting her head up another guy's kilt. Oh, no, it's nothing. It was just a bit of fun and all this, that, and the other. So I turned round to her and said, like, well, how would she feel if I put a picture with my head up a woman's skirt? Oh, yeah, well, that'd be different. Oh, that'd be different. That'd be bang out of order and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, well, why is it any different? This is the crazy thing about women. Why would it be any different? Why the fuck would it be any different? Makes no sense for it to be any different. Same thing. You're still into their sexual scenarios, so why would it be any different? The only way it'd be any different is because I'm a man and she's a woman, you know? And that to me is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And guess what? As soon as we broke up, guess who she went with? Him. Give me a fucking break. I was going to break his head. But at the same point, I thought, well, it's obviously a two-way situation. It's not just down to him. I did have a word with him, and I did tell him that don't do that again, otherwise there's going to be an issue. But it's like, it's obviously, well, she did it, so it's down to her, isn't it? But with women, oh, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine if I give someone a blowjob. That's fine. But if you start eating some fucker out, that's a problem. And that's the issue. That's the issue. That is 100% the issue, guys, because we are always in the wrong. Always in the wrong. And she was just a, you know what? She was just a fucking piece of shit. Absolute piece of shit. That is one of the biggest mistakes I ever made. My partner in profile picture, and it's not the goose behind her. I can't see the profile picture, to be honest. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Fucking hell, she's awful. Look at the eyes, man. Look at the eyes. Have you not noticed the eyes? Yeah, she's gorgeous. If that is actually your partner, she's gorgeous. There is some mental cases out there. Mental cases. She's Spanish. Yeah, good for you, man. Good for you. Mate, at the end of the day, I'm quite happy being single, to be honest. I just don't trust them at all. So it's always going to be a difficult thing for me. I just don't trust them. They're all out for their own means, and I just can't be arsed with it. I find it hard to actually trust guys, never mind women. I find it hard to trust anybody. So to me, I'm not really bothered. I'm happy with the way I am. It'd be nice, don't get me wrong, but just not bothered. It'd be awesome to meet somebody that meets my expectations and all that kind of stuff, but just it's not happening. So I don't go out or anything like that. I just can't be arsed with being around people, to be honest. So just not interested. It's really, really not interested. Where'd you meet her then, Pepsi? Did you meet her online or what? This drink now, I'm gone. We worked together. I've been coupled for over a year now. Oh, congrats, man. Congrats. It's nice when it works out. I mean, I don't go out that much nowadays, to be honest. I just can't be bothered, to be fair. I just cannot be bothered because every time I go out, there's always somebody that starts. There's always somebody that has an issue with me for one reason or another. Maybe I've got one of those faces. I don't know. But there's always somebody that like gives me shit or has a go at me or something like that. And I just can't be arsed. Can't be bothered with it. I'm not going to get arrested for that shit. If I'm going to get arrested, I'm going to get arrested for something that means something. You know? Last time I went out, I was sat outside the pub and 4 guys sat next to me. Yeah. On the table that I was on. Yeah. And one of them sat at the side of me and turned around and says, "Oh, I'm sorry to sit here. I might knock you out, knock you out the way or whatever he said." And I just sat there doing what I was doing. I got up. The guy nearly fucking flew off the chair, obviously not realising how heavy I was or whatever. And I just moved into the pub and I just moved into the back, just staying out of this situation. I've had all those situations back in the past and I'm not interested in it now. And that's always the way it goes for me when I go out. Always. Not down to remembering me from the past or anything like that. I always get some dickhead trying it on or trying to do something or whatever. I went into the bar and then this guy put something to my ear and he went, "Oh, it's my mobile phone." And I went, "Fucking hell, that was funny as shit. Why aren't you a comedian, you twat?" I just haven't got no time for anything like that. If I have a problem with you, then I'll fuck you up. But other than that, I just can't be arsed with these stupid wankers. So I just don't bother going out. I don't bother. I don't go out at all, to be honest. I don't go out to the pubs or anything like that. I just don't bother. Because I can't be arsed with it. Can't be arsed with it. Hopefully one day I'll meet someone or whatever, and it'll work out and that shit. But he's gonna take someone special if that's gonna be the case. Need these immigrants to actually, we need to get more women on these boats. So, so we have a chance instead of all these dirty little footmen instead. One day, one day, one day. But I am getting bored with it, to be honest. But what we have to understand is these boats and shit like that are not just the pairing, they're actually being paid for. Whatever you believe, this is being done to destabilize the West. This is being done to destabilize the West. And you can have your issues with Trump or whatever. Look, Trump's American, whatever. They do what they do, but he does seem to be making a big difference to what's going on over there. And the thing is, what we've got to understand is they're trying to divide us all the time. Whether it's black or white, whether it's gay or straight, I don't give a fuck if someone's gay. I couldn't give a toss. As long as they don't put it on to other people that's not interested in that sort of shit, no problem. I do have a problem with grape. When people are coming over to this country and fuck it. No, let's not say grape. Fuck it. Let's say how it is, rape. When people are coming over to this country and raping our women and taking our kids, then yes, I do have an issue with that. I do have an issue with that. And I've tried to sort things out where I can make a difference in this situation. But you know what? Everybody that I've seen that said, oh, yeah, I hate this. I won't have this. I won't do this and that and the other. Every single one of them, I've turned round and said, do you want to sort something out so we can sort this out? Every one of them have backed down. Every single one of them have backed down. Like, you look at raising the flag, which is an absolute quality thing, what they're doing over there. But I have said for years and years and years, pedos, all that kind of stuff, let's form a group and let's give real justice. Every single one of them have backed down. So they have things to say, but then when it comes to actually doing something about it, they do nothing. Why? Why? Because we can sort this out. We can totally sort the situation out. Just needs real fucking justice. But nobody wants to do it. I can't drive, so I can't provide any of the things for that. So I can't drive. So there's no way I can do it in that part. But I've tried so many times to get these people together to actually do something about these things. But as soon as you say that, they'll just back down. They'll just offer nothing. So what can you do? If I find out there's somebody around my general area like that, then I won't have to drive. I'll sort it out myself. But most of them are in different areas. Take them to the woods. Let's give them some real justice. That's the only way they're ever going to learn. Only way they're ever going to learn. But nobody backs you when you say that. They're all pussies. They're all taught the big one and say what they're going to do, but they don't do shit. Don't do anything. When they get the opportunity to actually do something, they do nothing. And that's on us. That's on us. That is completely on us. Because we have the opportunity to do something, yet we don't do it. And it's shocking. You know what? One day, these people are going to get in a position where it is their missus or their daughter or something like that. And then they're going to be crying out for everybody else to jump to their defense. Should people jump to their defense when they did nothing before? No, it shouldn't. Would I? Yes, I would. I would, because that's just the person I am. I would totally jump to their defense on that. Because these people ain't learning that what they do, they have to pay for. And as soon as you have a situation where people don't pay for what they do, that's not a good future. It's not a good future at all. But anyway, we get going on about that till we blow in the face or whatever the fucking thing is. But yeah, anyway, we're going to call it there. Thank you, as always, for everybody that comes in here and gives support to the cave. And I shall see you guys tomorrow for the Everton Forest game. Although I don't know how I'm going to get it because Big Sports has just gone down. I paid for 3 months and the other one went down. And they're not answering me or anything, you know. So I don't know how that's going to work. But we'll see if I can get like a stream or whatever. And yeah. So always, guys, keep it real. Keep it yay. 100%. Always keep it real. Keep it yay. Always say the real, always say the truth, whether you like it or not, whatever. Don't be in here if you don't. Simple as that. Stop others from copying and giving them free accommodation and food for a few years is not a punishment. 100%. 100%. 100%. So keep it real, keep it yay. Praise the Lord. Catch you all later, guys. Take it easy. See you tomorrow. Actually, if I'm up, I'm going to do the Aston Villa Arsenal game as well. So catch you later, guys. Bye. See you later.